Barnabas, and the adventure of Acts 14. The great city of Lycaonia was a swirling blend of rose gold marble and vibrant blue tile. It was a place where people bustled, selling figs, arguing politics, and watching the skies for omens. Into this lively, noisy world stepped two friends, Paul and Barnabas. At the heart of the city, Paul spoke with a fire that seemed to light up the very cobblestones. Barnabas stood strong beside him, his voice a steady, comforting drum. They spoke of a king and a new, daring kind of hope. The crowd split immediately. Some people's hearts felt warm and wide, like a fresh-baked loaf. But others, a handful of fussy, scowling leaders with pointy shoes and tightly crossed arms, grew colder and more sour. They started whispering nasty things and plotting trouble. Paul and Barnabas didn't wait for the cold crowd to catch them. They took a quick, smart path out of town and arrived in the next place, Lystra. This city felt quieter, and the air was still. Here, outside the main gate, sat a kind, quiet man named Zosimos, who had never walked a day in his life. As Paul spoke, he looked right into Zosimos' eyes and knew the man was ready to believe the impossible. Paul shouted, "Stand upright on your feet." And just like that, Zosimos leaped up. He twirled, he jumped, he ran laps around the astonished crowd, laughing the loudest, most wonderful laugh anyone had ever heard. The people gasped. "It's the gods," they cried. "Hermes and Zeus have come to visit us." Paul and Barnabas were horrified. They ripped their robes, a dramatic stop signal, and shouted, "We are only men. We are bringing you good news about the one true king, not bringing sacrifices for ourselves." But just then, the cold, fussy leaders from Lycaonia arrived. With twisted words and bitter lies, they whipped the amazed crowd into a fury. Paul was surrounded. The villains, now with exaggerated, angry faces, threw stones. They dragged Paul's still body out of the city gates, thinking he was finished. But as the small, heartbroken circle of new believers gathered around him, he simply stood up. Paul, dust and grit clinging to his robes, walked right into the next town, Derbe. After teaching in Derbe, they retraced their steps, going back to every single city, Lystra, Lycaonia, and beyond. Paul and Barnabas went back to encourage the believers to be brave, appoint strong, kind leaders, and remind everyone that the most wonderful stories can flourish through both miracles and hard times.